Hello and welcome to After the Bell. We have all the information regarding the Batavia community as well as highlighting clubs and sports teams from right here at Batavia High School. We're starting our broadcast on a somber note as we remember Sam Rotolo. The longtime educator and principal of the Rotolo Middle School died on March 29th. Before retiring in 1989, Rotolo spent 23 years as principal and helped many young individuals develop into the adults they are today. His wife Marlene, 3 daughters, 5 grandchildren, and a niece survives Rotolo. Any memorial gifts may be sent to the Batavia Foundation of Excellence, P.O. Box 1003, zip code 60510.
Let's send a big round of applause to Batavia High School's girls and boys track and field teams, who in March won first and second in the Upstate 8 conference meet held in the field house. Several student athletes broke records, including seniors Peyton Piron and Ryan Wheaties, junior Nick Studle, sophomore Jay Hunt, and freshmen Emma Stevens, Sarah Hager, Maddie Isbell, Dessa Babowski, and Erica Mansfield. Congratulations, Bulldogs!
Also, be sure to send a congratulatory note to sophomore Molly Moon and senior Tiffany Rochuckle, who among the chosen few to earn the top honor of a national gold medal at the 2015 Scholastic Art and Writing Awards on March 16th. Both BHS students have been invited to receive their awards at Carnegie Hall in New York City this June. Congratulations, ladies.
The time has finally come to announce the new BPS school board members. Congrats to John Dryden, Kathy Dremel, and Chris Lowe.
The Lachlan family is hosting a fundraiser at Bethany Lutheran Church located at 8th South Lincoln Street on April 17th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The spaghetti dinner will be $8 for adults and $4 for children. All proceeds will go to Amy Zumbrick Lachlan, a fellow Batavian parent and community member, who has been fighting brain cancer. The dinner was planned by her home school, H.G. Storm Elementary, to help her with the rising medical bills. If you can't attend but want to make a donation, send an email to mremillard15@gmail.com or whitingpnw@aol.com.
Coming up after the break, we're sitting down with the softball team and checking out what's new with BAD.
The Kane County Chronicle is your best source for news and information in print and online in the Tri-Cities and Caneland.
This is Chronicle Country. This is Chronicle Country. This is Chronicle Country. This is Chronicle Country.
This is Chronicle Country.
The Drendel and Jansen's Law Group has practiced law in Aurora since 1961 and in Batavia since 1994.
We focus our energy on representing people and businesses and families in the local community.
We represent clients in Kane and surrounding counties in matters ranging from divorce to wills, business law to zoning.
We focus our efforts on planning and working towards positive resolutions for businesses and families.
When clients need someone to fight for their interests, we're ready, willing, and able to act as aggressive advocates to protect their interests.
Drendel and Jansen's Law Group with offices in Batavia and Aurora and located on the web at batavialaw.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Wangler, president of Confident Air. Regular maintenance can prolong the life of your furnace and keep your energy costs to a minimum. Plus, there's less of a chance of a breakdown on a cold winter night. Your furnace needs proper care and attention to keep it running smoothly, so you don't end up paying too much for heating during the cold winter months, or worse yet, with deadly carbon monoxide poisoning. We recommend an annual inspection to ensure safe operation. Confident Air, your trusted home comfort professionals since 1992.
Welcome back to After the Bell. Here with us is the softball team, some of the members and their coach, Lupe. So, Coach, how is the softball team looking this year?
So far, we're doing really good. Right now we're 3-3. Girls are playing hard. They're out there competing to the best of their ability. I'm happy with where we're at right now, just as far as, how hard we've been playing and how hard we've been practicing. The girls are, like I said, doing an awesome job out there. There's still a lot of things we need to improve on, but I think we're making progress and we're headed in the right direction right now. It's still early in the season, but I'm happy with where we're at right now.
How has the team done so far?
So far, our record is 3-3 right now. So, like I said, we're 3-3. You know, our goal, you know, is usually to try to win conference every year. You know, right now in conference we're at 1-1. We play. Our next game is actually tomorrow. We play Nico at home. So, you know, it should be a good game. You know, if you guys come out, get out there and come watch us, it'd be nice. You know, bring some fans. But right now we're 1-1, and you know, our goal is always to try to win conference. So, should be a good season. I think we should be pretty competitive. So that's where we're at right now.
How many games are on your schedule for this season?
We're allowed to play 35 games. We have 22 conference games, so ISSA rules allow us to play 35 games. So.
How often does the team have practice?
Usually we have practice, depending on the weeks, you know, early before game starts, it's usually 6 days a week. Once we start playing games, we usually play about 3 games a week, and then we practice probably 3 times a week.
Other than just winning conference as your goal, what's another big goal that you've set for your team?
You know, a lot of our goals are based more off of not so much on the outcome. It's the process. You know, we try to base our goals on how we do every day in practice, how we come out and compete, what kind of energy we bring. Those are kind of the goals. We try to stay away from more of the outcome goals as far as setting certain amount of wins or whatnot, because I feel if we go with the process, that stuff will start to take care of itself.
That's good.
Are there any really big games to look forward to in the season?
There's always a big game. Everybody knows the biggest game, is Batavia, Geneva. We play them twice, once at home, once away. So that's usually the biggest games of the year. And then always, towards the end of the year, the playoffs, that's something we look forward to try to make a run down in the state playoff there. That's one of our goals too as a team, to try to, obviously, like I said before, win conference and then try to make, go deep into the playoffs.
And teams always do fundraisers to team bond and also help the community and their team. Do you guys do any specific fundraisers?
Well, we do a discount card, and this week we're actually going Tori could probably tell you a little bit more about it. It's the
Northern Illinois Food Bank.
Okay.
So those are kind of the little things that we do as a team. We try to schedule more things like that. We're such a short season, it's hard to get things in like that, but we're trying to do more things where we can get out there and try to help the community a little bit, do more stuff like that.
Where does the money specifically go towards?
For our fundraiser that we all this money goes back to the kids. Usually we spend that money on, if they get any extra gear, practice gear, helmets, team bag, stuff like that. Sometimes I use it if we go for team dinners, if we go out, stuff like that. Last year we went to watch a college softball game at DePaul University, so we use that money for the tickets, stuff like that. That's where all the money goes to.
All right, thank you.
So what positions do you guys play?
I usually play left field.
And I'm a catcher and I play third base.
And what are your roles for those positions?
Me and in left field, I have to catch a ball, catch a pop-up, get grounders in. If the shortstop or third base misses him, I have to help him out and get him and throw him to two.
And then as a catcher, they're the leader on the field, so I have to call where to throw the ball each time it's hit. I call the pitches, call the outs in between each batter, so it's more of a leadership position on the field.
Is there any personal goals that you guys have for this season?
Personal goal is, our whole team to go 500.
Yeah, just to improve my skills and as a team to improve as well.
What do you guys enjoy most about BHS Softball?
Just being with my friends, since I've gone to school with them for forever, that they're on the team.
That's awesome.
How would you guys what are you guys going to do to achieve your goals this season?
Just at every practice really hard and just be committed to everything.
Focus.
How has BHS Softball affected your high school experiences?
It helps you make new friends, especially when you're an underclassman on a higher team. You make a lot more friends that are older, and it just helps you have another friend group.
That's good. And do you guys have any other preferences about softball, coming to your games this season and anything?
I like when, are you saying when people come to my games? I like when people come to my games and watch and as like maybe like a student section or something.
And you said that there's a game coming up.
Yeah, this Friday is our next game. It's home. It's versus Nequa. Should be a good game. They're usually a better team in the conference, so I'm looking forward. We always love playing better teams. We like to test ourselves against a better team, see where we're at, go out there and compete. I think the only way you know how good you're really going to be is playing those better teams. And I think where we should be able to compete with most teams in our conference as long as we come out there and play the way we're capable of. I think we got a lot of talent on the team. We got 15 girls. I think 1 through 15. Well, we got actually 16. Sorry, we got 16 girls, and 1 through 16, I believe we got a lot of talent. You know what I mean? But talent is only going to take you so far. We're going to have to work hard in practice, and we're going to have to come out to the games ready to play the way we're capable of. And I think if we do that, the outcomes of those games are going to be really good.
And then the Geneva games, when were those?
I don't know the exact date on those. I kind of just take one game at a time.
Yeah.
Try to one step at a time. I don't know the exact date on those Geneva games. They're usually towards early May and late April, but I don't have the exact dates for those games.
All right. Well, I wish you guys luck in your season.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Little Brother is a show, probably the most modern show that students have ever worked on, I have ever worked on in my career. It is a post 9/11 Orwellian society in which at the beginning of the show, the Bay Bridge in St. Louis is blown up by terrorists. At that time, there are a bunch of people who are around the scene that are taken into custody by the Department of Homeland Security. And when these students and children and adults and people are released from Homeland Security custody, they come back to a world that is very different than the world in which they left. Patriot Act 2 has been passed, which allows constant surveillance of citizens. And the show is basically the struggle through these teenagers to claim their independence, to claim their privacy, to find a way in society in which they can exist without being monitored at all times. So they directly take on the Department of Homeland Security to gain their privacy. And really what happens to them and throughout their journey is something you'll just have to come and see on May 1st and 2nd at the Batavia Fine Arts Center.
Hi, I'm Johnny Homan. I am Marcus. Brechtian is basically this philosophy of theater where you're not supposed to get all lost in the play. It's not supposed to take you away from reality. You walk in and you know it's a play. You know it's a play the whole time, but it's not supposed to be like weird because it's supposed to make you think about your own personal life. Like as the story progresses, it like throws in little elements and details that make you think and sort of makes you maybe even change your mind about things that you've thought about before, or maybe even progress your opinion about some stuff.
I'm Mikkel Knudsen, and we're putting on production of Little Brother, which is the high school world premiere of the long version of the show. And we're taking lots of ideas from a very famous director called Bertolt Brecht, who did a bunch of theater theory and stuff. And his idea was to present rather than represent. So we're having no curtains to hide backstage from the audience, and we will directly address the audience as itself. And what we're doing right now in the black box is we're creating justices. We titled the scenes throughout the play, which is another Brechtian idea, trying to create almost like in the Harry Potter books, where she titles the chapters. We're creating title chapters with the names of the scenes. And so with those names, we're creating justices, which is a gesture which is presenting like a picture or like a statuesque kind of thing. And except a jestess is with a little bit more attitude and stuff to show really what's going on in the story.
I see Marcus being intimate and all of the reporters here reporting on the concert and calling all the kids there punks. And most of the reporters look annoyed, like what we're doing. But I think of Bridget as the lady that's like the cow kind of because she looks smug.
I feel like they've all got their own slant on the story. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but because of the different angles that they're at, it's like they're taking their own slant on it.
The way that they're facing physically, turning away from each other, and you can see that Joe's kind of farther away and that Johnny's kind of farther away. It's so slowly separating the news, slowly separating society and how they feel towards that. It's making this rebellion is making gaps, I should say.
Interesting. And look at the way Ange here, if you stand here and you imagine yourself being him, and you're here and you see those eyes and even the hand, the way the fingers are just completely outstretched. It's not loose, limp fingers. There's attitude in the fingers, right?
Like Megan and Marchie are both holding really tightly, trying to stop her, and I looked at it as that was her wall, that was Angie's wall, and she knows she shouldn't break it and she knows she shouldn't reach out, but she's trying anyways, and she's trying to get through it.
Yes, ma'am.
I just find it interesting how the wall in front of Marcus is 3 people strong, while the one in front of Ange is 2. Spark conversation, maybe.
Could that represent too, maybe his own walls he throws up?
The Kane County Chronicle is your best source for news and information in print and online in the Tri-Cities and Caneland.
This is Chronicle Country. This is Chronicle Country. This is Chronicle Country.
This is Chronicle Country.
This is Chronicle Country.
Downtown Batavia, always moving by nature. Recreation. Nature. The arts. Specialty shops. Restaurants and services. Downtown is everyone's neighborhood. Come, celebrate. Meet friends. Unwind.
See you downtown.
Welcome back to After the Bell. I'm here with a student, part of BAD, and a faculty member, part of BAD. And what exactly is BAD?
BAD is a chapter of SAD, which is a nationwide organization. SAD stands for Students Against Destructive Decisions. Here in high school, we changed it to BAD, which is Bulldogs Against Destructive Decisions. What we do is basically promote positive behaviors and try to influence other people to make the right decisions. So.
In high school, we know that there's a lot of pressures and decisions that students have to make every day. So we are basically here to support them in making the positive choice. So we are anti-underage drinking, anti-illegal drug use, drinking and driving, any impaired driving, violence, and things like that.
Who can join BAD and how can they join?
Any student can join BAD. They can join by either contacting me or just listening to the announcements and looking for our flyers. We have meetings about once a month, and it is a student-led organization, so we meet, we don't really have a set time whenever our members are free. We usually have been meeting during Bulldog Hour recently because that's the most convenient for everyone.
But just keep a lookout for our flyers that we occasionally post and the morning announcements for our next meetings.
How does BAD help the community?
Basically, our group helps the community just by spreading that awareness that there is a group here that will support making positive decisions, and we have a group of students that are positive role models for the community.
Does BAD do any fundraising?
Actually, in February, we did this bake sale for the school. We were trying to raise money, and basically we just come up with ideas on like what fundraisers we want to do, and then like whatever money that we collect, we give it to like charity or whatever good cause. So.
And if there's any events that we want to host or any guest speakers or any events that we want to bring to the school, we would use that money for that.
Do you work with any specific people for BAD to promote what you're trying to promote here in the school, like the whole foundation of it?
We collaborate with any group that really wants to work with us, depending on what the students, again, in the organization want to do. We reach out to outside organizations as well. Currently, we teamed up with the prom committee. Our next event is Safe Prom. So we are promoting a prom that's free of drinking and driving. So after you buy your prom ticket online, you can have an option to sign a contract electronically to promise that you won't drink and drive on prom night. So you have a fun, safe time. And after you sign the contract, you're entered in a raffle to win a free prom photo package.
Oh, that's really nice. It's nice that you connected the safe environment with something that they could possibly win just signing that they agree with your conditions.
Yes, exactly.
And then what have the other organizations done to help BAD?
Well, BAD has existed, and the club has existed in the school for many years. In the more recent years, it kind of got calmed down a little bit. Membership was dropping a little bit. So I just recently actually picked up the organization this year to become a sponsor of it. So we're still working on building up our membership and coming up with different activities that we want to do and kind of see what direction we want to go with it. And I like that because it's really the students have a voice on what they're interested in, what they think are the issues that we need to be concerned with here at BHS, and things like that. So our group is really small still, but we're a pretty tight group, so we're trying to come up with different causes and events that we want to do. So maybe we can build on, make these like annual events that we could possibly do. So we're still, even though we've existed for a long time, we're still kind of new right now just because it's under new leadership and we're still trying to build up our membership base.
Are a lot of your friends in the group with you?
Yes. They're just only like, it's a really small group. It's just basically I invited some of my friends to join, and so they've joined, and so
I tried to recruit my old students. I've only been teaching here for 2 years, so I had kind of a small pool to go from, but I emailed all my old students and I said, this is an organization that I feel really strongly about. I would like you guys to, support it. And then some people did show up, but it's always hard to keep everyone coming all the time and things like that, especially as the school year goes on and it gets busier.
High school always gets kind of busy.
And
then for more information, do you have anywhere that anyone can go to look?
We are listed on the BHS website under all the student organizations. Our website is a Google site, so it's kind of like long to memorize. But students can also just email me for more information. I'm Miss Gaba, so it's melissa.gaba@bps101.net. So.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for coming to visit us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
The Drendel and Jansen's Law Group has practiced law in Aurora since 1961 and in Batavia since 1994.
We focus our energy on representing people and businesses and families in the local community.
We represent clients in Kane and surrounding counties in matters ranging from divorce to wills, business law to zoning.
We focus our efforts on planning and working towards positive resolutions for businesses and families.
When clients need someone to fight for their interests, we're ready, willing, and able to act as aggressive advocates to protect their interests.
Drendel and Jansen's Law Group with offices in Batavia and Aurora and located on the web at batavialaw.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Wangler, president of Confident Air. Regular maintenance can prolong the life of your furnace and keep your energy costs to a minimum. Plus, there's less of a chance of a breakdown on a cold winter night. Your furnace needs proper care and attention to keep it running smoothly, so you don't end up paying too much for heating during the cold winter months or worse yet, with deadly carbon monoxide poisoning. We recommend an annual inspection to ensure safe operation. Confident Air, your trusted home comfort professionals since 1992.
The Batavia Bulldog Boosters annual dinner dance will be held on April 24th. Enjoy a night of food and fun with fellow Bulldog parents, fans, and coaches to celebrate another year of Bulldog sporting success and to raise money for future Bulldog athletes. The event will be held from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. at the Gaslight Manor in Aurora. Tickets are available online at BataviaBulldogBoosters.org.
Rotolapalooza 2015 will be held on Saturday, April 27th, 2015 from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., featuring 3 gyms of inflatables. It's a night of fun dancing, food for all Rotolo Middle School students. Adult volunteers are needed in several areas to keep things running smoothly. If you are unable to help, donations of bottled water and Gatorade are needed. If you have any questions, visit bps101.net or email Debbie Knapp at sbcglobal.net. Rotolapalooza 2015 is sponsored by the Batavia Music Buffs.
Do you have a gently used rideable bike? Donate it to BPS 101 students in need. There are plenty of students on the wait list. Just drop it off at All Spoked Up Bike Shop in Batavia, where it will be tuned up and redistributed free of charge. This program is made possible through a partnership between All Spoked Up, Chip in Batavia, Batavia Bicycle Commission, and the Batavia, Illinois Rotary Club.
For students who may benefit from a continued academic instruction and enrichment activities during the summer, BPS 101 offers a wide range of programs from June 15th through July 9th. The last day to register will be Monday, June 1st. If you have any questions, please contact Marcy Marzullo at 630-937-8245.
See a need, fill a need. That's the Batavia way. Twice a year, local area service organizations come together at a community partnership breakfast, sponsored by Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Batavia. At the January 2015 breakfast, the focus was on the Batavia apartments and how the community could best support families living in the subsidized housing. Batavia Apartments property manager Daniela Bowers and Sarah Perez, the resident services coordinator, let the group know that one of the biggest struggles for the residents is transporting their children to and from after-school activities, the library, doctor's appointments, summer events, and more. The idea for the on-site van was born. After generous donations from multiple organizations, more than $27,000 was raised to purchase a 12-passenger van from Gerald Nissan in March. Way to go, Batavia.
Batavia High School is looking for cheerleaders for next year. Tryouts will be held April 28th through the 30th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the main gym. There will also be an informational meeting for both applicants and their parents on Wednesday, April 22nd at 7 p.m. in room A101. This meeting is mandatory. If you have any questions, please contact Coach Melendez at jennifer.melendez@bps101.net.
For those our viewers that are interested in working on After the Bell, we are looking for a crew and on-air talent for the upcoming school year. If you're interested, email atb@mybatv.com or call 630-937-5414. Thank you for watching After the Bell, and as always, this and other BATV programming is available online at mybatv.com. Next month is all about our seniors. We'll be hearing from you about your favorite memories and spotlighting our senior cast members.